I have to get my headphones. I'll be right back.
So wait a couple minutes. Hi, Carol. Hi, Tracy. I don't know where you are, but if you haven't already moved today or said hello to your body, let's do that. Yeah. So even if it's just a stroking of your face with your hands, and maybe because especially because we're on in this posture of in front of the screen. um, let's activate the heart arms connection, and you can just stroke from your heart to your arms to the ends of your hands. Valerie and I have a friend, Marjorie Siegel, who works with moms and babies, and she talks about that when a mom is separated from her baby at birth, there's something that's called the empty arms syndrome that happens. An aching comes from the arms that you don't know why, but it's the fact that in your reaching out, in your reaching out, you don't receive that reaching back. And this heart arm connection activates when you want to push something away, when you want to care for somebody, when you come to Sangha and you're practicing because you care for these people as well as they care for you. Hmm. Okay, so let's see. I don't know how to address you, if it's Jay or Wade, but good morning and welcome. So if you can't hear me, just make sure you raise your hand because my voice is kind of funny at 5:30 in the morning. Okay. So finding a comfortable position where you can be alert and relaxed. So everybody here knows this, but to always invite if you need to lie down or thanks, Wade, lie down or stand or walk around and just saying that helps my belly know that you can do what you need to facilitate your practice. I want to the original name of these practices is refuge practices, and Lama Rod in his brilliance developed it to be 7 homecomings. And when we practice together, I think I can say safely how we can feel the spaciousness and dropping and holding and from the homecomings. And recently I'm wondering when our bodies feel anxious and angst and hopeless and overwhelmed, how we can come home to the wisdom text of impermanence and change. How is that wisdom of impermanence helps us be with those sensations? Octavia Butler has a piece of writing where she says, all that you touch, you change. All that you change changes you. The only lasting touch is change. God is change. So, in terms of that sensation and sentiment, let's come home. Mm. Wherever your hands are, feeling the space between your fingerprints and your thigh or your other hand. There you go. And noticing the back body that we can rest into. And arrive wherever you are, wherever that is. Sometimes it's a feeling tone of happiness and joy at being here, or some overwhelm from a family matter, but just wherever you are, let yourself rest now. and calling in our space, in the space we create together. Like when we're cleaning our home for our guests, calling in our teachers. Mm. The teachers who don't seem to fatigue, well, at least seemingly, from the continued teachings of kindness and compassion. That little things matter, like the gesture of opening the door for someone. The big teachers who remind us of the dream. And as we drop into that, let's remember the intention that they teach us in whatever our practices are. Mm. That it is not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of all beings. Mm. The intention to be free from suffering. As we call each homecoming, let yourself be changed, or invite that feeling of, oh, yes, there's that dropping of my seat, even softer, to receive the wisdom text. The confusion sometimes of the wisdom text. My body and my mind's confusion of the interpretation of impermanence, not knowing how it would actually arouse joy when it feels so painful, when things change. And then there's the homecoming to community and Sangha, the community of one, the community of other, the ones that I will go to in my confusion and feel heard and held. And in their holding, I see that they also need holding. These communities, the myriads of communities from your work, your children's life, your pet's life, forest keepers' lives, with that thread of wishing to be free and wishing to be happy. There's the homecoming of the ancestors in our lineage. And in the space before you as they come in, let yourself open the space a little bit more. There's so much room. Come on in. The ancestors that will eventually, that you will have a felt sense of, yes, you are in my body and I walk with you in my regalness because of you. Thank you. And in some ways, the ancestors, the ones that are helping us, guiding us here, as if their hands are saying, here you go. Somehow they lead us to the lineages that we carry a teaching from time to time. Just like the indigenous people have held these lands. How intertwined our lineages and ancestors are with Earth. Mm. There's a pulse in the Earth that gets covered when there's a lot of people on standing or in a place. So if you can walk to a place or go to a place where there's not much people, the pulse of the earth is heard and felt. And you can actually hear, or I actually heard that message of equanimity. The earth saying, you are as big as I am. You are as big as I am because you are a child of me. Mm. And that's it. Feel the silence roar. Sometimes silence isn't a holding place, a comforting place. Sometimes it's illuminating and asking you to see place. Mm. And then there's you. You with those eyes that hold so much wisdom in your seeing. You and your perseverance in the shapes your body makes as you walk through that labyrinth of perceptual clarity and you that there is only one of. And in our oneness, in our true nature, we are one, but there is only one you. The way you reach for others and for me with your heart. And here, having called our homecomings to a name, to naming it, and in our naming, there's a shaping of it and there's a form of it. You can let yourself really take that in. And when you're ready, letting it dissolve, all those homecomings dissolve to light, going through space and time in the universe, which includes you and your body, then a universe of you. And those, that luminescent light, homecomings being in your heart, always there to be called. Here I am. Come home to me. Come sit beside me and we can cry together. And somehow through all of that, a smile, a chuckle arises from the heart. Mm. The sensation of being held and belonging, not alone. Taking it with you. And as you send this, as you take it with you, you can send it as an antidote to uncertainty, to dedicate it for the benefit of all beings we've not accepted, past and present, and sending it to the future as well. The 3 times in 10 directions. Mm. Thank you for your practice. Mm. And let's see, whatever you celebrate, or if you celebrate, have a great time these next few weeks.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Mary. That was
Thank you.
stunning.
Thank you. See you. Have a great
You
day.
be well.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Mary.